1961, James McCormick Sr. was on vacation. He wanted to go do something fun with his 16-year-old son named James McCormick Jr. They settled on going hunting together as they were both avid outdoorsmen. They, along with their hunting dog, headed out to Larch Mountain on December 4th. Larch Mountain was known as one of the most rugged and wild areas in the northwestern United States. So the men arrive and they begin hiking into the wilderness. But after walking for several hours into the mountains, they started to notice the temperature was dropping rapidly. And then it started to rain. They decided, well, let's just turn around and go back. We can go hunting another day. But it had started snowing so quickly that when they turned around, the snow had covered over everything and they didn't have a GPS and they were not on a marked trail. And they felt like they were in an area they didn't recognize and they realized they were lost. It was starting to get dark outside. The pair decided, we got to stay out for the night. James Sr., James Jr., and their dog, they huddle in this tree. It's a totally sleepless, miserable night. The sun comes up the next morning. They're just kind of walking, hoping they're going to run into this road, and they don't. So they stop for a second, and James Sr. pulls out his map. When his son, he said, I'm feeling delirious. And so James Sr. continues looking at his map. His son just continues to deteriorate. He's speaking in nonsense, can't stand up, and he picked his son up, put him over his shoulders, and march around looking for the way out. And after 3 hours, when they had not gotten anywhere closer, he collapses with the sun. They both noticed these very bright lights about 100 feet in front of them that look like headlights. And James Sr. is like, stay right here, I'll be right back. And starts running towards these lights. So as he's moving, the lights just continue to go farther away from him. And at some point, the lights just disappear into the forest. James Sr. looks around and he realizes there's no road over here. And he turns around, starts running back to where his son and his dog were. And when he gets there, only his dog is there. And there's enough light out that he could actually still see the footprints on the ground. So he grabs his son's backpack and starts walking along the footprints. And after about 30 minutes, it got dark out. And now James Sr. is absolutely panicked. The next day, James Sr. and his dog would stumble into this lodge and he told the staff inside, my son is missing. Someone needs to go out there. The paramedics wanted James Sr. to just go to the hospital, but James Sr. went out with the first group of searchers. Somehow, he was able to get them where his son had been sitting when he went missing. Very quickly found James Jr.'s glasses case, as well as his boots and his socks. Later in the day, though, they would find James Jr. 1,000 feet away from where his boots and his glasses case were found at the bottom of this cliff, and he was deceased. Initially, the thought was he must have gotten confused and fell off this cliff, but he did not die from the fall off this cliff. He had made his way down to that cliff and then died of exposure. How was James Jr. able to suddenly be able to walk again? And once he had that skill back, why didn't he go to his dad? Why did he walk away from him? And why did he take his shoes and socks off to do that as well? And what were those lights that James Sr. saw in the middle of the woods? Because they weren't headlights. And it was only when he went to investigate them that suddenly James Jr. up and walks away.